Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Champions. And this evening will be Scenario 2 of this Mad Titan's Shadow campaign with Protection Iron Man. Scenario 2 is the tower defense scenario, so we need the Save the Shawarma place. And we need Security Breach as it's in the campaign pool. And we need Cosmo. Wait, does Cosmo come into play now? He's in the campaign pool, or is that just later that he comes into play? Yeah, he doesn't come into play for this scenario. So, let's get everything shuffled up. We have to set Iron Man's health to what we ended the last scenario at, which was 9 HP, so that's fine, because he starts at 9 anyway. And what else do we need? That's it for setup instructions. So, start out with this villain active and a Black Order Besieger. We'll see if Iron Man can get set up quickly enough to dominate this scenario like he did the last one. That's not a bad hand. I may just keep that whole thing. So let's get started. We'll go ahead and use Futurist. Keep electrostatic armor. We'll use strength and probably plasma pistol strength to play Pepper. And then we'll use Pepper to play the strength again to play Arc Reactor. And we'll use Genius to play Energy Barrier. And then we'll just go ahead and draw 5 and stay in alter ego mode. Similar strategy to last game. So, at the end of the player phase, the active switches to the other boss. So 1 threat, and then he's going to scheme for 1, 2. And then we got 1 scheme from the Black Order Besieger. So I needed to take 2 damage to my identity when the Black Order Besieger engages. And then it schemes for 1. And we got 1 encounter card incoming, which is Landing Craft. So we survived the initial turn with no real damage. And now we can continue getting set up. Do I want to use multiple man? I want to use Pepper Potts here for the 2 from Genius. First I'll use... I want to do that first before Futurist. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 for multiple man, then play the other multiple man. Because he searches your deck and hand for multiple man, and the second one does the same. And we'll get the last multiple man out. Then we'll use Futurist. Draw 3 and we'll keep Powered Gauntlets. And we'll go... Actually, I don't think I'm going to play either of those this round. I kind of have to, though. I don't know if the multiple man is a good play. I think I can't do that. I think we got to bring it back. We'll keep Futurist the same, which means those 2 are going to go to the discard, but we want to use Pepper to play Genius for Plasma Pistol, I think. Use Electrostatic Armor for other Electrostatic Armor. Use the multiple men to play Powered Gauntlets, because I think we have to flip to alter ego, or to hero mode this round. So we can't... Multiple man is... Doesn't allow for the larger hand size that the upgrades do, so that's the way to go. We'll flip over to hero mode and we'll go 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, and we'll thwart for 2. Do I want to get rid of landing craft? Not right now. Let's thwart for 2 off of Under Siege. And then we'll draw, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm drawing up to 6. And switch the active boss. So 1 threat, 1 attack from Corvus Glaive. We'll have Iron Man defend the attack so that the forced response doesn't go off. Boost card is going to be give a tough status card, and so 2 damage. That's just 1 damage on Iron Man. We'll use energy barrier, remove the tough, and then electrostatic armor also deals 1 damage. And we got 1 encounter card coming, which is City Under Attack. Okay, so for the hero phase, let's go Power in All of Us, Power of Protection, and War Machine to play Iron Fist. Let's use Iron Fist to get 3 damage on Proxima and a stun. Let's use Iron Man's second action to do 2 thwart to City Under Attack. And we'll use Powered Gauntlets and Plasma Pistol for 2 damage. And then we'll discard Multiple Man and draw 5. And switch the active. So 2 threat, +1 for the boost icon. And remove stun. And 1 encounter card, which is Outrider. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. For the hero phase, go Power of Protection for another energy barrier. Can use Pepper. I think I forgot to use Pepper last round, but we'll get out Mark 5 armor for +6 HP. Let's go one of Iron Man's abilities to defeat City Under Attack and draw a card. We'll use one of his thwarts to thwart Under Siege. We'll go Powered Gauntlets and Plasma Pistol for the Outrider. And we'll use Iron Fist. Get a stun. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we get our full hand size of 7. I'm gonna drop the Repulsor Blast, I think. For now, I'll want those in phase 3, but for now, yeah, for now I'm gonna drop it. And we switch the active. So 2 threat, remove stun. 1 encounter card. Direct Assault. Attached to the villain who is not the active villain. When attached villain attacks, the attack gains ranged. If that attack defeats an ally, deal 3 damage to Avenger's Tower. At the end of that attack, discard Direct Assault. Okay. So for the hero phase, let's go Power in All of Us energy for Avengers Mansion. We can use Pepper, Electrostatic Armor, and Preservation for Luke Cage. And heal 1 thanks to the Preservation. Iron Man does have 15 HP. We'll use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. That's great. We'll get the Mark 5 helmet out. So we'll use the helmet to reduce threat by 1. We'll use Iron Man's actions for thwarting. And I'll save the shawarma place next time. We'll use powered gauntlets for a damage. And we're just going to leave Luke Cage's toughness up because the next villain attack will be absorbed by the toughness. Ranged goes over retaliate. And we'll draw 7. Switch the active. So 2 threat and then 1 attack on Luke Cage, and he can get +2 attack for this one so we don't take any damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which just removes toughness. And then 1 encounter card. Gang up, the villain attacks again. Give him the plus attack, it'll go on Iron Fist, so it doesn't matter. Rip Iron Fist. Then we're on to the hero phase, so our setup is extremely strong now. We'll draw a card. That's going to cycle the deck. Deal another encounter card. We can go Repulsor Blast for Rocket Boots. Stark Tower for another Rocket Boots. Powered Gauntlets. Well, actually, let's go Spider-Man and Pepper for the Powered Gauntlets. Use Ironheart to go airborne. Move 1 threat from each scheme. We'll use Iron Man's actions to thwart. 2 off Under Siege. And we'll get rid of Save the Shawarma place. Which becomes Black Swan. So we do want to defeat Black Swan so she doesn't get added to the campaign pool. She gets toughness. Discard 1 card from your hand. So we can go like 1, 2, remove her toughness. 1, 2, deal 2 damage. And we do get to shuffle a copy of Shawarma into the deck. Shawarma is pretty strong. And then we'll just draw 7. Flip the active, so 2 threat and 1 attack, which will go on Iron Man. He'll defend. Attack is for 3, so 2 damage, which we'll use an energy barrier for. And then 1 damage from electrostatic armor, and then 2 damage from Black Swan. Use energy barrier and take her out. She should go off to the victory display. And then we got 2 encounter cards coming. Proxima's power. Proxima Midnight activates against you. Okay, I'll take 1 damage on Avenger's Tower, and we'll just face tank the attack. It's for 6. We'll do 5 with 1 energy barrier and 1 electrostatic armor damage. And then we got 1 more encounter card, which is Outrider, 1 random discard. Don't really want to take any more damage because I'd like Iron Man to be at 9 hit points or more because of the expert difficulty. So let's go ahead and use Genius and Strength for Nick Fury. Draw 3. Let's use Pepper and I don't know. Well, there's not really anything I need to do here. We'll just get out Plasma Pistol, I guess. Draw a card with Avenger's Tower. Let's start doing some damage. We can go Luke Cage to take out the Outrider. We can go Nick Fury, deal 2 damage. We can use Multiple Man to go Airborne. Before going Airborne, I'll use the helmet to remove 1 threat. Then we'll go Airborne. We'll use one of Iron Man's actions to remove 2 threat. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Damage. 1 more from the Plasma Pistol. Let's not thwart with Iron Man. Let's just use his action to deal 1 more damage and we'll move into phase 3. So they don't really do anything when they're revealed in phase 3. It's just more damage. And I think they get a little buff. So we'll go Electrostatic Armor to play Repulsor Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3 lightning resources, so 7 damage. And I think I'm going to discard 2 of these and then draw 6. And who was the active? It was Corvus, right? So now it's Proxima. I think. Yeah, it was Corvus. So now it's Proxima. We get 2 threat, and Proxima will attack with +2 attack against Nick Fury. And then we have 1 encounter card, which is Assault. So that attack can go on. I think it'll go on Luke Cage because I don't want Iron Man to take any more damage. So she can get +2 attack. If possible, I don't want Iron Man to take any more damage. I think this turn I'll probably Repulsor Blast, and then when my deck reshuffles I can use Multiple Man to block future attacks. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll use War Machine to pay for Repulsor Blast against Proxima. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, that's all of the HP that she has left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 damage Repulsor Blast. Should have done it against Corvus. And then we'll go ahead and use Shawarma. Power in all of us. Oh, the deck shuffles. Use Power in all of us and Shawarma for Multiple Man. That is correct, isn't it? We don't have to wait till the end of the round or anything to shuffle the deck. I better check on that. Yeah, when the player deck runs out, you reshuffle it and deal an encounter card. So we get out the Multiple Man. And we can use Pepper for the 3 Shawarma resources. Well, we can draw a card with Avengers Mansion first. Use Pepper for the 3 Shawarma resources. Get out another Plasma Pistol. Oh, I forgot about the +2 hit points from Rocket Boots. And no Supersonic Punch this round. We'll use Iron Man's actions to get the threat down. We'll use Power in all of us to go Airborne, and we'll just go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll try to wrap it up next round. Two threat, 1 attack. If damage from this attack defeats an ally, deal 3 damage to Avenger's Tower. And then we got 2 encounter cards. Landing Craft. And advance the villain schemes for 3. Heal 2 damage and give him a toughness. Okay. This should be the final turn. Let's see. Go airborne. Deal 1 damage to remove the toughness. And then supersonic punch for 8. And that'll end the scenario. For the victory, we got Save the Shawarma Place was defeated. Black Swan is in the victory display. Avengers Tower has not been damaged, so we get the best ending. And Iron Man is at 11 HP. Shawarma. No Black Swan. No Avengers Tower damage. So Iron Man makes quick and easy work of the Avengers Tower. It's pretty ridiculous comparing Iron Man to Adam Warlock. It was much more difficult with Adam Warlock. Protection Iron Man is strong. I haven't played him that much, but this seems like an S tier deck. It's really good. He gets set up so fast. You just take one blank turn and hope for the best in terms of what the villain can do on that turn, and then after that you're rolling. You're at 5 or 6 hand size, you usually get up to 7, and 7 hand size is just extremely overpowered. So Iron Man, once he gets rolling, this is an S tier hero up there with Doctor Strange and Captain America and Ant-Man. He's stronger than Ant-Man, I think. He's up there with Doctor Strange and Captain America now that he's got access to more tech. Electrostatic armor, energy barrier, and plasma pistol. I think you could probably get away with no plasma pistol, but it is good in this deck when it's helping out early. So anyway, thank you for watching. Next up will be Thanos.